My name is Nakaya Tate, and I am the founder of Nakaya Tate's Consulting, LLC. I am a speaker, a certified life transformational coach, and an author. I just wanted to come on and just talk to you briefly about my journey and just talk to some women out here that may be going through the same thing that I've been through, or maybe going through the same thing that I'm going through. But at the end of the day, you still have to find ways to conquer. You got to find ways to find peace. So I just want to talk about unhappiness and happiness. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey. I have dealt with so many things in my life, growing up. Came from a broken home. I've developed brokenness, low self-esteem, self-confidence issues. I developed, not loving myself like I should. I've developed so many different things that have put me in a space where I couldn't move forward and live my best life. I have thought about suicide. I was depressed over the years, and I was so down and in a dark space where I couldn't find my true self. I couldn't really understand why I was going through so much. I would literally walk down the street and just walk in front of a car, not realizing that I just stepped off the curb and just walked in front of a car. Just telling God to take me because I don't want to be here, because I feel like my life was just so bad. So I battled with low self-esteem since I was 12. I battled with depression since I was about maybe 14 and into my late 20s, and I just turned 30. So you just figure I have been wishy-washy trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I went to 7 different high schools. I was feeling like crap because I'm like, I know I have dreams, I know I have goals, but I can't get to my end goal because I'm stuck. I'm stuck feeling worthless. I'm stuck feeling like I'm not nothing. I'm stuck feeling like nobody loves me, nobody likes me, nobody wants to be around me. So I figured that my life was just crap and I just no longer belonged here anymore, because I failed at relationships, I failed at friendships, I failed at being the person that I felt like I knew who I should have been or I could have been. So I just want to talk about being happy and being unhappy with yourself. So you have to understand why you're unhappy. For me, I realized I was unhappy just recently. Over the last 2 years, I have really been unhappy. I have been unhappy with the way I've been living, with the way my life has been set up, with the way I've planned things, and with the way I really haven't established my goals as far as I want them. I have accomplished things, but I still felt like I haven't done anything. So I have, conquered going to school. Okay, that was my main goal, getting out of high school and going straight to college. I went to college for 2 years, and I got the 2 years and I was stuck because I couldn't afford out-of-state tuition. So that forced me to come back home. I moved back home, I get in a relationship. The relationship was just done. Like, it was the worst relationship ever, where it turned into an abusive relationship. I was used, and things happened, but I didn't understand. I was still young and had a lot of growing up to do. So therefore, I'm still at a place in my life where I'm like, okay, I can't settle here. I cannot. So after, the relationship fell apart, I got myself together. I told God, I'm like, hey, I am not looking for love. I'm not. Unless you send him to me, I don't want him. I'm not looking. I'm not begging. I'm not desperate. I'm going to live my life until you bless me with somebody that is compatible with me. So as time go on, I'm like, no, God, it's too good to be true. It took me a little bit to even call the guy, and we talked, and when we talked, it was like he already knew me. He knew, like, oh, you've been through a lot. I just wanted to just hug you. Like, how does somebody know that you've been through so much in your life? And how does somebody know? Like, this is all going in my head. Like, how does somebody know that I'm going through this? I'm feeling this type of way. I'm, not myself. So, deeper in conversations and over lunch, over breakfast, it was like, wow, God, you really sent this person to me. Really, like, you really sent this person to me. So, over time, and then, I'm like, okay, maybe this is something good. Like, I don't really have a place right now. I'm staying with my friend, but maybe it'll work out. That was all good, at the time. I'm still living in my unhappy state because I still really don't know if it was real or if it wasn't. It was just me in my lustful state, like, just vulnerable, and he was there. So at the time, I'm like, okay, everything's good. So I thought I was pregnant at one point, and I'm like, okay. I went to the doctor. No, you're not pregnant. You have a cyst. A cyst. I was literally linked over the table. I couldn't move, couldn't walk. I was just so hurt and so badly that I thought I was dying. So after I realized I was not pregnant, I was really depressed because I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this? Why is my life so bad where I can't even get pregnant? That's what I was thinking after the fact, because he would always tell me, whatever happens, happens. So I'm like, okay, we didn't plan to get pregnant, but if it happens, it happens. So then, a few months went by, still nothing. So then 2 months in my pregnancy, I'm like, I'm pregnant? Like, I didn't think I was pregnant. So, he told me that, I asked God to send me somebody who didn't have kids. So I was like, wow, that's special, because I didn't have kids and I didn't want any kids, but I did. I wanted 4 children. So I'm like, okay, I want kids. We can grow. We can build. He really doesn't have much. I don't have much. We starting from the bottom. So as time went on, I'm like, okay, I put my past in the past. I buried it. Tried to bury it, but it still surfaced because I was still in that place in my life where I wasn't letting it go. I still was holding on to that bad vibe of being in a negative relationship, of that toxic energy of being abused, being misused, and talked to any type of way. And I just still had that mentality of saying that this relationship is not gonna work, or this relationship is gonna work, but I want him to give me his all and give me what I know I deserve. Instead of me telling him what I wanted, I just assumed he would give it to me. So as time goes on, I had my child 6 weeks early. She was premature. Both of my children were premature. They both were 6 weeks early. They both were literally almost the same pregnancies. They both, were just so amazing that I'm like, wow, 2 pregnancies the same. 2 months I found out I was pregnant, both pregnancies. Like, it was just mind blowing that this was happening to me. So, I get married. I've been married for 8 years. I've been to different jobs over the course of my marriage, over the course of, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I went to school. I met my husband. I went to school. He helped me pay off my old school because I owed them $2,000. He helped me pay off my old school, and I was able to go back to college and get my bachelor's degree. Got my bachelor's degree in behavioral science because at the time they said that I could take the social worker exam to become, a social worker. But when I first started that school, I literally was at the cut-in year where they had stopped doing the assessment. But I did not know that until 2015 when I graduated with my bachelor's degree. I was kind of upset, but I was like, hey, I'm glad I just got my degree. So then I figured, let me get my master's degree. So I didn't really want to get my master's degree in social work, but because I felt like it was too, it wasn't broad enough where I can do multiple things that I wanted to do. But behavioral science is broad, and you can actually go down different streams of fields with that. But you're limited, sort of, kind of, but not really. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I can do this. So I went back to school, got my administration human services master's. And I'm sitting here like, what am I going to do with this degree? What am I going to do with this degree? So I felt like I accomplished things, but I was not happy because now I'm sitting here questioning myself like, why did I even get a degree? Why did I even get 2 degrees? And now I've published a book. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I published a book. I probably sold like 3 books out of the 15 books that I ordered. I'm sitting here like, what am I really doing? Like, I'm just doing stuff just to do it. I mean, yeah, it's good and all, but at the same time, I'm not happy because I'm not using my stuff to get to where I need to be. Like, what is really blocking me from me moving forward and trying to figure out my life? Like, these are the questions that I had to constantly ask myself because I was so confused as to why I was so unhappy with myself. And I felt like, being in a marriage of 8 years, I just felt like I'm nothing. Like, I don't know if I fell out of love, he fell out of love. We just all in a tangled, confused, don't know. Like, are we meant to be together? Are we not? Like, I just had to figure out what I wanted to do for myself. Sometimes people are not in your corner. Nobody was in my corner. Nobody believed in me. I have 2 biggest supporters. That is my 2 sisters, my little sister and my big sister. And they are my huge supporters. And I'm telling you, if it was not for them, I would have never pursued my life coaching certification. I would never pursued it because I felt like I was nothing. I felt like I was at the bottom of the barrel and couldn't get out. I felt like I was that person who just wanted to give up on life. But after having my children, I realized that I'm doing all this for them. I felt like, I had to really sit down and really think about why I was unhappy, why I became a life coach, why I wanted to change women's lives, why I wanted to help women understand that they are important, because I have been there. I have been in situations where I will make excuses after excuses. I will live my life around my husband, my children, my family. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy, you will never be able to move forward. And breaking those chains has allowed me to understand that I have to be happy within myself. I have to be able to make the decisions for myself in order for me to evolve with purpose. So I literally sat down maybe about 6 months ago. I sat down and really thought about this principle. I don't know where it came from, but it just blew my mind, because I'm like, wow, if I don't do it in this order, I cannot move forward. I can't. So I created the Mastering 4 E's of Life Transformation for me. I use these principles because it has shaped me, molded me, and gave me the ability to evolve into my purpose. I feel like these principles have helped me apply different situations to my life a lot better, because I had a negative mindset for a long time. I thought the worst of myself. I had low self-esteem so badly. I would look in the mirror and say, you're ugly. I would look in the mirror and just say, you're worthless. Like, because that's the mentality that people gave me in relationships. That's what people gave me. And just, people would say that, you're beautiful, you have a beautiful smile. And, that's all good. But at the same time, I thought people was just saying it just to say it. It wasn't sincere to me, because I was not comfortable with myself. I was not loving myself the way I should. I was not looking at myself the way I should have been looking at myself. So these principles have allowed me to really, really, really grow into myself. I have, used the evaluation principle, where I have evaluated my life from past to present. I have really sat down and said, okay, Kaya, you need to change this. You need to change this. Okay, you need to kick this out of your life. You need to do that. You need to do this. Don't do that. So I really had to sit down and really evaluate some things in my life, shift some gears, because I got tired of the same routine year after year after year after year after year. And there was no results. No results at all. So then when I finally get a result, people were knocking it. So I had people in my ear telling me, oh, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your life. All of these negative thoughts. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. I put it on the back burner. So now, people steady in my ear. But then I have my support system over on this side telling me, you got this. You're going to do it. You're going to be great at what you do. So now I'm like, okay. They pumping me up. So now I'm like, okay. After I evaluate everything, now I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to evolve into who I really want to be, who I really want to become, who I really want to see myself as. I want to see myself as the queen that I know I am. So I really had to take the time to develop into my purpose. I had to evaluate some things, and now I'll have to evolve. And evolving takes learning and polishing. Evolving requires you to be patient, willing, eager. You have to be coachable. I have mentors that help me, shape me, get me to where I need to be, because you need somebody. I needed somebody. You need somebody. We all need somebody. Even if it's just for a kind word or somebody saying how proud they are of us. We need that. We need somebody to stand in the gap where the negativity sits. We need somebody to overpower that negativity with the positive word, with the positive action, with the positive. Because if not, we'll stay stuck in our mentality of not wanting to change, not wanting to do anything, not feeling happy about ourselves, not feeling satisfied, and not developing that self-love or that self-determination or motivation that you're looking for. So after you evolve, you have to empower. You have to empower yourself. Like, that's what the support system helps with. But you have to be willing. You have to be willing to empower yourself. You have to be accountable for taking action into thinking positive. You have to be willing. And the person that's actually helping you get to where you are is holding you accountable for empowering yourself. put sticky notes up saying you are more than enough. You are great. You are success. You are, you are positive. You are going to be an awesome life coach. You are going to be an awesome sister, an awesome mom, an awesome wife. All these things have to be put in place. You have to empower yourself in order for you to grow. If you don't empower yourself, nobody else is going to really take the time to say the things that you need to hear. The affirmations that you have set for yourself, those are the ones that are going to stick, because those are the ones that are going to allow you to grow. So I can say, you could do this, but you can say something like, more specifically, I can do this because I want to be a better life coach, or I want to be a better mom, or I want to be a better sister, or I want to be a better woman. I want to be happier. I want to be satisfied with my decisions in life. These are the things that will help you grow into evolving into your purpose. So then after you empower yourself, you have to embrace your truth. You have to embrace who you are. You have to embrace the things that, means the most to you. You have to embrace your truth. You have to embrace your transformation, your understanding of your life. Nobody knows your story better than you. And I say all this because, the 4 E's evolve around finding your purpose. So this part of your life, you have to understand that in order for you to move forward, in order for you to be happy, in order for you to find happiness, in order for you to develop into who you want to be and who you becoming, you have to forgive yourself. You have to heal from your past. You have to master your journey to success. You have to master, feeling that sense of happiness. Because if you don't master it, it's no point in you trying to go through the principles if you're not going to keep your positive mindset to get you to where you want to be. So I just hope this was, an encouraging word. And I just want to say that no matter where you are in your life at this moment, find your true happiness, find your truth, so that you can live your life the way you want to live it, the way you desire. You might want to change areas of your life. It may be hard, but at the same time, you have to celebrate the small wins. It was so hard for me to celebrate little small wins. And I know graduating from high school, graduating from college 2 times, graduating, publishing a book, those were all huge accomplishments. But to me, those were small wins, because I know there's a big win coming for me. And those small wins are leading me up to my huge win. And I'm just excited because I know that through all of my journey, I have mastered my journey. I have started from the bottom of feeling like I was nothing. And now I'm to the point in my life where I am somebody. And I am somebody who's going to help every woman that I can, who needs to be healed from their past by expressing themselves and, just sharing their story. So I just thank you for listening, and I hope that you leave a comment and just tell me how this video may have helped you. And I'm just looking forward to furthering my videos and just empowering women and, just talking about different things that women may struggle with: depression, low self-esteem, confidence, things that I've struggled with. I want to help somebody else overcome and live their purpose and be able to help someone else so that they can live their purpose as well. So my goal is to help you. help you to become the woman that you are desiring to become. And I also created a course called The Ultimate Transformation of Living a Purposeful Lifestyle on teachable.com. It's called ReDiscover You Academy .teachable.com. And this course is basically kind of everything that I said today on this video in a nutshell. But if you take the course, I hope you understand your phases of transformation, and I hope you understand that working through your issues, your problems, your barriers, anything that has stopped you from moving forward, I hope that you're able to really dig deep and get down to who you want to be, what you want to be, how satisfied you want to be in your life, how happy you want to be in your life, because everybody deserves to be happy, and you control your own happiness. So if you want to keep that negative mindset, then you're going to attract negative mindsets. If you keep that positive mindset, you're going to attract positive mindset people, like-minded people. So therefore, the transformation is powerful. Life transformation is powerful because you're improving, you're growing, and you're developing, you're evolving. So I would like you to just, check it out. If the course is for you, check it out, and we can go from there. But I would love for you to just, allow yourself to understand your life transformation so that you can get from the feeling of not being satisfied with your life to feeling unhappy to the feeling of being happy and satisfied with your lifestyle. And I thank you again. Leave a comment, and I hope you continue to ride with me on this journey to success, to this journey of empowerment, this journey of healing, this journey of peace of mind. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks.